The biggest misconception we have about success is the timing for it. Welcome back to another video yet again. Thank you for watching. Thank you for keeping up with these videos. If you want to subscribe down below to keep up with all these videos, please subscribe down below. And if you're trying to get some daily insight into financial literacy and how to become successful financially, I wanted to talk about the timing of success. One of the things that you'll probably see is that one moment someone was unknown or they were not. Uh, you'll probably see this with like streamers or people that just come into the industry and they were unknown, right? And they're grinding, they're building up, and then one day you just see they're successful. But what you don't see in between is what actually happens behind the scenes, right? The amount of work that they've put in, how long it took them to reach that level of success. People think these things happen overnight, but you never look at the journey of the person, right? There's this financial expert on YouTube that talks about uh, many consider many people see the success but don't consider the journey, don't see the actual journey, the grind, the grit that you put to get to that level of success, right? It happens to any streamer or influencer or people who are now in a successful positions, right? Your movie stars, your actors, actresses, the level of work that they put out. People don't see the auditions that they did poorly, where they received criticism, and now people see the glamour and the movie star, and now they're being featured for this movie or that movie, but they don't see the missed auditions or the being reprimanded by one of their superiors for not doing a role correctly. You don't see all the stuff that go behind the scenes. So how long does success take? I really feel like that's a personal question, and that's not a question that's just there where there's just one specific answer, right? There's multiple answers to how long does success actually take, because it's different for everybody, right? The amount of work that I could put into something, another person won't probably be able to do that, or the amount of work that they will put into something, I won't probably be able to do that. So it varies between people. But why does it feel like success happens really fast? And why do you think that you see on social media that people are just having instant success? Like, I remember I would see something on Instagram where it'd be like a 21-year-old, 22-year-old is already a multi-millionaire. And I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, first of all, there's no way of actually verifying whether or not if it's true. But second of all, it's like, even if you're able to attain this money, like how, right? How? And then I just would think, I'm like, okay, Instagram is kind of like a form of marketing. So don't always believe in what you see, right? Because people can portray whatever they want to see. We only see the highlights. We see when the work is done. We see the viral moments, right? But we don't see uh exactly a person's situation or what they actually went through. That's one of the things you have to realize, is that we don't see the failures that nobody noticed. We don't see the consistent hours that someone put into something to obtain this level of success. Most success stories, they often look fast. They look like they were just done in a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months. But that's not usually the case, because the beginning of success is invisible. The beginning of success is invisible. It's not something that you see, right? Let's say a small creator is just creating content, like right now, right? I'm just creating content, putting this out there for you guys. But then 5 years from now, I'm at 500,000 subscribers, 1 million subscribers, right? The people that are going to be watching me at 500,000 or 1 million, they're going to think, okay, he always had this level of success. Yes, they'll know in the back of their head that I started from somewhere, but they won't actually know the journey. They won't actually know the journey to get to where I am, compared to you guys who are consistently watching me. So when I think about why success, why it feels like it happens so fast, is because people on social media have made it a way where it just shows, you just show like your highlights, you just show people what you have right now, and you're trying to kind of create this personality, create this persona about yourself, so others can view you a certain type of way. That's what I think about why you see some people and they're just all of a sudden successfully, they're just, they have a nice car, they have a nice apartment, right? Because sometimes they're not even really living that lifestyle, but they're just not, I don't want to say faking, but they're kind of just showing it to you just to bring off an image. So the real timeline of success is different for everybody. It usually depends and on your buildup. It usually depends on how you come up and the amount of work that you're willing to put into something. For most people, real progress only takes, it really takes a few months to build, right? If it takes a few months, right? 1 to 3 years, you start noticing some things here and there. You start noticing some engagement. But 5 plus years or 4 years, you start to create real momentum. That's where you actually start to see the numbers playing in your favor. You start to see that actual success in whatever industry you're in. If you're a creator, you're an influencer. If you are uh investor, that's when you actually start to see the growth, right? And you see it in anything. You see it in anything. If you're an investor, right, when you first start investing, you don't see the growth as much. You don't see the amount of returns that you're making. They're slow, but it's slowly growing. But after a while, because of compound interest, right, compound growth, you'll slowly start to see that curve happen, right? That curve happen, and that curve is the growth right there. Because you started from this at one point, you started from right here at one point, and you were growing, you were growing, you were growing, and then you slowly start to see you peak. And that happens in everything in life. It's not only about investing. Uh it's not only about investing, but it's everything that you do in life, right? You go to the gym, you start seeing your gains compound over time. You start working in a business, or you start creating a business, and then each and every day you're getting better, right? Each and every day you're getting better. You're looking at the past stuff that you used to do in the business, and you're like, wow, I really used to do that. Like, but you upgraded and you got better at what it is, right? Each and every day you're trying to make better content. Each and every day you see something that you can improve. You see a thumbnail that you can make that's better if you're a YouTuber, or you see if you're on Instagram trying to make reels, trying to be funny, or uh, if you're making educational information videos, then you see something that you can improve each and every single day that will generate you more returns. But the timeline for success is different for everybody. We're not all on the same timeline. Just like I said before, the amount of input I give into something is the exact correlation of the output that I'm going to receive. And it differences between people because people don't have the same level of discipline. We don't have the same level of consistency, right? Not everybody's the same. We're all kind of different in our own way. You're gonna see some people that they're a little bit just laid back, like they're chilling, like they're cool with whatever life brings them. But then you see some people that attack life, and they don't just let life come and impact them, but they go ahead and they're in a basically in a battle with life, right? To go out and get what they want, to go out and grab the success that they're looking for. So there's people that are different. People are different in that way. Uh yeah, people are just different in that way. Meaningful success usually comes from time plus actual repetition and consistency, right? So like I said, being repetitive in something, not only being repetitive, because repetition doesn't necessarily mean that you're perfecting your craft. Repetition doesn't just mean that you're becoming better at something, but it just means that you're repeating it daily, daily, daily. Yes, you might increase your skills every single day, but if you're not looking at something in between those lines to get better at every single day, then it won't matter. You won't make any actual progress. So that's one of the things you have to understand, is that yes, you'll see success, but meaningful success is actually putting the time in and being consistent. And through that consistency, you're actually seeing things that you can upgrade over time. So when I think about why most people fail, or why most people don't see the success that they're looking for, it's usually not because people aren't capable, or they're, they can't, but it's a mentality thing. They quit too early. All right, they tell themselves they can't do it early on, or like I said before, they let life and the pressure of life attack them. They don't attack life. Uh they don't go in and take out what's theirs, right? They don't have any ideas that they could come up with that will allow them to be free. But instead they just take what life gives them. If they go to school, they go to school. If they do a trade, they do a trade. If they have to work a 9 to 5, they just work it. They don't try and start and branch off from any ideas off of it. Yeah, everybody's definition of success is different, but the reason why most people even fail or even fail to start ideas is because they give up way too early. You expect Most people expect fast results and they want to see success right now without actually putting in the work, right? They lose motivation midway through when things start to get slow. Like this YouTube channel, I could have gave up in January, February, March when I saw my views just like 2, 3, 4 views, and I'm thinking like, why is YouTube not pushing out my videos? But in my head, I'm like, okay, if I want to reach that level of success that I'm looking for, right? If I want to reach that level of success, then I shouldn't be worrying about what views I'm getting early on, because this is a channel like I'm just beginning. It's a channel that I'm just beginning, and I have to understand that. And for me, I had to kind of shift my mindset from, okay, I'm building this, but I'm not building this for the now. I'm not building this for a year, 2, 3 years. I'm building it forever. Because when I pass away, this channel's still going to be here. So I kind of have to use this channel as a form of documentation. So that's how I kind of had to change my mindset on this YouTube channel. Because it's not about worrying about making money right now. It's not about worrying if I'm getting views right now, if I'm getting engagement right now. But it's about documenting your journey, helping others, actually helping others, right? Giving reliable information that people watching this video can actually go and use in practicality. Or if they're not going to use it, at least they have the information in the back of their head to be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna start listening to what Alicia said and go do this, go do that, go do a little bit more research, go open up a 401k, go open up a Roth IRA, go start investing, right? That's my goal, and that's how I ultimately had to shift my mind on creating this channel and even progressing. But we like to see the success now. We want to see all the views now, right? It kind of deflates you when you make a video and you put in an hour, 30 minutes into editing a video, recording it, and doing all the necessary things, and then you post it, and then you wake up and then you see like 2 to 3 views. It's kind of discouraging at a while, but you have to realize that success is different and it takes time to actually build something. So if you kind of think in your head, okay, I just want everything to happen right now, right now, right now, you're never going to be successful at anything. Do not rush success. Do not rush success. Do not rush your timeline, but stay poised. Stay poised in what you have to do, the vision that you set out for yourself, the vision that you have in place, and succeed in that, right? Succeed in that each and every single day. Do not be someone who allows a failure mindset to come on you, where you start quitting too early or you lose motivation midway through. Do not allow yourself to get caught up in those games, because that's how you ultimately either don't start anything or midway through you just quit and you're like, I can't do this anymore. The amount of times that I've seen people try and start something, and it's happened to me. You try and start something and then you tell yourself, man, I can't do this anymore. Or you give up, you just like you don't see a way through. But ultimately you have to keep on pushing, just keep on going with whatever it is that you're in. You're creating content, you're starting a business, you're investing, whatever you're doing, you have to keep on being consistent without it. Then you're going to see that success start to pile on later. And then you're going to start just seeing an abundance of success. And you're going to be like, wow, like, damn, like, where'd this come from? You know? But it's just work and the consistent hours that you put in before that are going to allow you to reach to that level. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you for listening to my little yap session, if you could call it, right? I didn't really have anything planned today. Usually I have a little script I'm following, but this one was off the dome. And I was just, yapping a little bit because I see a lot of people out there just like trying to rush their success, don't understand where the success comes from. I just wanted to make a video on staying the course, staying in your timeline, right? Staying in your timeline of success, because it's different for everybody. Putting in the work and being consistent. Thank you for watching this video. Do not forget to check out eawealthteam.com. That's my website. I have a few of my YouTube videos on there. I have a few guides and stuff on there. So go check it out. If you want one-on-one consultation, please go check it out. Thank you for watching. Peace.